Look, I tried my best. But I've never got tomorrow, right? Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, welcome to the first in what could become an epic series in which I flick through 1980s smash hit magazines and take you on a nostalgic journey into, I suppose, my middle youth, late youth, don't know. I'll be accompanied by Totoro here, who probably won't say much, he'll just grin like a lunatic. And I'll also be drinking a cup of red bush tea, or rooibos, whatever it's called in Afrikaans. Right, I picked these up in an auction about, I don't know, 6 months ago, and they're all from the mid to late 80s, which was kind of a formative time in my life. The first one is September 1987. I picked this at random and just out of the box, and that happens to be a really kind of an intense time for me. A period of huge change. Yeah, I suppose I don't want to talk too much about my life really. This should be about the magazine, but it's all intertwined in it. This whole nostalgia lark. Yeah, September 1987. I'd just turned 17, and I was just starting my first job. The first of many dead-end jobs. Not really. It was probably the only job I've ever had. My life kind of went pear-shaped after that. Yeah. So I think it was quite a warm September. I got this job. I was working in Dixon's as an electrical retailer, selling televisions, video cassette recorders, personal stereos, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it wasn't really my scene, to be honest. I met some nice people there, some fucking arseholes as well. You know, standard fare for a job really. I had a bad time. The manager fucking hated me, probably for good reasons. I didn't want to be there, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm very nostalgic about the 80s, but that particular point in the 80s, it wasn't very good for me. But I was getting into some fairly cool music at that time. I was like discovering Joy Division and sort of alternative rock, and also I found the album The Colour of Spring by Talk Talk. That really made a big impact on me, and yeah, that album has huge nostalgic value attached to it. Like, when I hear that album, I'm sent right back to that time. Good album, yeah. And about a year later, I'd get into punk, and the rest is history, as they say. So, okay, we have smash hits, September 1987. Yeah, this is going to be a long video, isn't it? It was only supposed to be about a minute, but I tend to waffle. Fat Boys, I don't remember Fat Boys, so I remember Curiosity Killed the Cat. I remember the singer, Ben Volpier. He had some kind of a weird beret thing, and he was kind of a pretty boy. I remember when I first started going to Spiders around that time, there was a young kid there I used to talk to. I used to just talk to random people then because I had loads of confidence, and that was before my complete and utter mental breakdown. I used to call him Ben Volpier because he looked like Ben Volpier. Probably used to really annoy him. 3 inside, double-sided giant poster featuring U2. Yeah, at the time I was kind of into U2. I'm not ashamed to say that, because Bono was obviously a complete arsehole, but it cannot be denied that they wrote some cracking songs. Yeah, I suppose at the time I was listening to the Postman's Just Come. Murphy Rings Twice. Yeah, at the time I was listening to The Joshua Tree. and they're deeply uncool, but I still really like those early songs, like the Boy album and yeah, Joshua Tree, Unforgettable Fire. It's just this nostalgic value, really. I mean, they're good songs, but maybe if I hadn't had those memories attached to them, I wouldn't listen to them as much. Because I'm quite pretentious in the music I listen to. I'll only listen to music that's considered cool. Or I'll pick a really stupid fucking retarded band and get into them in a kind of an ironic, wacky way. Like Kim Wilde or Boomtown Rats. Yeah. The man who invented Gothic. Yeah, this is quite a good issue, this. Except he denies it completely. And who can blame him? Yeah, Goths had a real hard time, really. People laugh at them. Yes, pop ghouls. The bloke opposite is none other than Andrew Eldritch, creator of the world's most famous Gothic group, Sisters of Mercy. Yeah, I like Goths. I mean, I used to go to Spiders, and in the 80s it was full of Goths. There was a place we used to call Goth Corner. I kind of aspired to be cool enough to hang out there, but I never really made it. Because I wasn't a goth at heart, I suppose. I was just too stupid and fun-loving, full of joie de vivre. But yeah, I knew some really nice goths at the time, and I tried. I had a black mohawk and loads of black clothes. Nothing much has changed really, but obviously I've lost my hair. Yeah, I like Sisters of Mercy. I had some of their stuff. Not massively into them, but yeah, this is why I never really read Smash Hits. It's a bit crap and kind of poppy. At Home with the House Martins, that's interesting. Yeah, obviously the House Martins came from Hull. I never really knew them, but I know people who did. Obviously Fatboy Slim didn't come from Hull, but he's now a fairly famous ex-member. Paul Heaton didn't come from Hull either. Yeah, but they're known as a Hull band. This is good. I might actually read this. Obviously not now, because probably be boring you. What should we read this? Paul's house, except it isn't. It's his neighbour's. Yeah, exactly. You're not a Hull man, Paul. Was he from Sheffield or somewhere? Yeah, lots of pictures of them acting silly and wacky. You had to be wacky in the 80s, really. Although there was a lot of po-faced stuff. Oh wow, look, it's what's his name? Rick Astley. He had such a cool quiff. Yeah, I was too old to really be into all that teeny bopper stuff. There you go, there's Ben Vaupierre of Curiosity Killed the Cat. Yeah, he's just like this guy at Spiders I used to talk to. I used to have such fun. Then Jericho. Yeah, the singer was a right pretty boy. Yeah, they had some alright songs. Michael Jackson poster. It's kind of gay, that look, really, isn't it? Like all that sort of sub-bondage type stuff. Black. Coin Viancombe. No longer with us. Chris Rea. It's one of my favourite Christmas songs by Chris Rea. Driving home for Christmas. Don't know who that is. Pet Shop Boys, yeah, of course. I never really liked Pet Shop Boys. They were a bit too poppy for me. 'Cause I was a cool guy, see. Meet Danny Wilson, who's selling Yugoslavian chocolates apparently. Yeah, I don't know who Danny Wilson is. He looks like a bit of a twat, but letters. I used to like the letters page because that was where the gloves came off really, and obviously the journalists couldn't really say certain things, but the ordinary public could. So you got some really aggressive, nasty, hateful shite in the letters pages. And that's what people really want. I hate all this political correctness, like, you know, you're not allowed to really offend people. And, like, life's just fun when we go around slagging each other off. And it's how the world works, isn't it? Like the real world, like the world of work. And you kind of you pass the day by ripping the shit out of each other in a kind of a nice way. But yeah, we're not allowed to do that anymore. Yeah, the late 80s was a bit. The inventiveness of new wave was kind of dying, and everyone was getting a bit pot-bellied and yeah, just a bit boring really. Everyone was getting ponytails and mullets and just forgetting why they were there, kind of thing. Johnny hates jazz. I don't want to be a hero. I remember that. The Communards. Tomorrow. Yeah, pretty shitty magazine really. I'd have been pretty pissed off if I bought this back in the day, but yeah. I suppose I'd be more likely to read the NME or Melody Maker back then. Oh well, that'll do. Thanks for watching. Say bye-bye, Totoro. I think that's the kind of noise Totoro makes. I'll finish my Red Bush tea and upload this and you can watch it. Peace, mate.